Advanced Cost Volume Profit Analysis. This is our fourth chapter under MBA 202. For this topic's outline, we will first introduce what is Advanced Cost Volume Profit Analysis, to be followed by incorporating multiple products and constraints. Next would be the discussion on cost structure changes and break-even analysis. And lastly, the discussion on sensitivity analysis and what-if scenarios. So cost volume profit analysis, often referred to as break-even analysis, aims to ascertain the point at which total revenue equals total cost for various sales volumes and cost structures. This analytical approach becomes valuable for managers when making short-term business choices. CVP analysis is predicted upon a number of assumptions, one of which is the constancy of the sales price, fixed costs, and variable cost per unit. The process of doing a CVP analysis entails the utilization of multiple mathematical equations to determine price, cost, and various other variables. These equations are subsequently represented graphically on an economic graph. So the incorporation of multiple products and constraints, while cost volume profit analysis is commonly employed for analyzing the financial performance of a single product, its application is much more prevalent in scenarios involving many products. The most straightforward approach to using cost volume profit analysis is the context of a multi-product corporation that is utilizing dollars of sales as the primary metric of volume. In order to do a cost volume profit analysis, a corporation that produces many products must make the assumption of a predetermined product mix or sales mix. So the CVP formula is capable of determining the break-even point as well. The break-even point refers to the quantity of units that must be sold or the level of sales income that must be attained to offset the cost associated with producing the product. The formula for calculating the break-even sales in the context of cost volume profit analysis are the following. So break-even sales volume is equal to FC divided by CM, where FC is our fixed cost and our CM is our contribution margin. Contribution margin is equal to sales minus variable costs. So the following are different tips for managing multiple products. First is distinguish and prioritize between products, to be followed by be honest about what brands will work best. Next is maintain organization at the top levels of a company. Next is create strong ad campaigns for each product. Next and lastly is to conform to the product's overarching identity. Cost structure changes and break-even analysis. The term cost structure pertains to the diverse range of expenditures that a corporation encounters, often encompassing both fixed and variable costs. Expenses can also be categorized into direct expenses and indirect costs. Fixed costs are expenses that remain constant, irrespective of the level of production undertaken by a company, whereas variable costs fluctuate in accordance with the quantity of the output generated. So these are our different cost structure changes. We have fixed costs, variable costs, direct costs, and indirect costs. For fixed costs, these are incurred on a regular basis and are expected to be relatively stable throughout a certain period. Fixed costs encompass many overhead expenses, including but not limited to rent, interest, expenditure, property taxes, and depreciation of fixed assets. Next is we have variable costs. Variable costs are expenditures that fluctuates in direct proportion to changes in production output. Variable costs are expenses that fluctuate in direct proportion to changes in production or sales level. Some examples of variable costs encompass direct labor costs, direct material costs, as well as bonuses and sales commissions. For direct costs, this refers to expenses that are specifically tied to the production of a product and may be directly attributed to that product. Direct material is considered a prime example of a direct cost. Direct costs are typically characterized as variables since they exhibit a positive correlation with the quantity of commodities manufactured, resulting in an increase in direct costs as production levels rises. For indirect costs, this refers to expenses that are not directly associated with a particular cost object, such as a certain function, product, or department. Operational and health-related expenses are essential for the functioning of the organization. Additional instances of indirect costs encompass overhead expenses, security expenditures, administrative layouts, and so forth. So there exist two distinct methodologies for determining the break-even threshold. These two quantities can be referred to in terms of break-even analysis, break-even quantity, and break-even sales. So in the initial methodology, it is necessary to calculate the quotient of the fixed cost divided by the contribution per unit. So our formula is break-even point quantity is equal to total fixed cost divided by contribution per minute, where contribution per minute is equal to selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. In the second strategy of break-even analysis, it is necessary to divide the fixed cost by the contribution to sales ratio or profit volume ratio. So here is our formula. Break-even sales is equal to total fixed cost divided by contribution margin ratio, where contribution margin ratio is equal to contribution per unit divided by selling price per unit. For sensitivity analysis and what-if scenarios, this entails the manipulation of crucial variables inside a financial model, followed by an examination of resultant outputs with the aim of gaining a deeper comprehension of the relative influence of various modifications on the overall performance of the enterprise. The concept of sensitivity analysis is analogous to doing what-if scenarios analysis, as it involves changing certain inputs to demonstrate probable results. However, sensitivity analysis mostly serves as an internal procedure. This tool serves the purpose of identifying the inputs and drivers that exhibit the highest degree of sensitivity within the context of your organization. So that ends our discussion. These are our references, and thank you.